I am Malik Robinson, the Executive Director of Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, and I am Juneteenth. Juneteenth is about liberation. It's about honoring the work that Africans and Black people have done to recognize and see our own humanity and dignify our struggle. We are in Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, a former historic Shorter AME church and home. This Shorter AME church was home for many politicians and activists. Many will know that Madam C.J. Walker was a member of the congregation. W.E.B. Du Bois came to this church back in the 1920s. Booker T. Washington was aware of the work that Black community was doing here in this church. And so we continue in that tradition. Growing up as Cleo Parker Robinson's son, I felt very fortunate. I think people know how charismatic my mother is, and the energy that she brings into a room, that never turns off. But I think the piece that I remember most about growing up is being surrounded by just extraordinary people, from artists, from politicians, activists, and people who have been involved with Cleo Parker Robinson Dance have been Kwame Ture, also known as Stokely Carmichael, Maya Angelou, Betty Shabazz, Malcolm X's wife. Maya Angelou, she wasn't just here signing books, she was here creating with Cleo and creating works. If I think about Betty Shabazz, you know, she was here and we're talking about community activism and community transformation and what that looks like. And so there's, you know, folks are coming in as thought partners, they're coming in as co-creators. So I think about it in those ways. I think the arts for Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, we've come out of the Black arts movement of the 60s, and we're part of that continuum. The activity that happens here, it brings up lots of powerful emotions. I think this is spiritual ground. This is spiritual work that we're doing. So there's a lot of ancestral work that I think happens within this space. We talk about it being the African Methodist Episcopal Church. When I think about that, I think about all of the rituals that have taken place in this building, that have come from the Muslim tradition, that have come from Christian traditions, that have come from Yoruba traditions. It's from Candomblé in Brazil, or the traditions of the Osha and Orisha in Cuba. You know, so we've seen that take place on this stage. We've had companies from Zimbabwe, from Kenya on this stage. We've had Maasai warriors that have never been out of their village on this stage. Cleo Parker Robinson Dance is excited to collaborate with the Juneteenth Music Festival because this holiday is about the upliftment of African Americans. We're going to be able to connect with the live stream event, and our company, Cleo 2, will be showcasing a work called Check Cashing Day by Cleo Parker Robinson, a dance performance designed to illustrate and convey the importance of reparations for Black people, for African Americans. A promise of a check that has continued to bounce. And it is about pay me my money now.